We're back at the ZITF ZESA stand, and we are joined by the acting head of corporate services, Miss Sibusisiwe Chibaya. Today we're going to be talking about the newly introduced welfare and corporate social responsibility program with Miss Chibaya. Miss Chibaya, how are you today?
I'm good.
Fantastic.
I'm excited. Thank you.
I'm very excited. I mean, talking about welfare and corporate social responsibility, something definitely new from ZESA. So we have noted that, you know, there is actually a positive drive by the company to advance its CSR and welfare issues. And maybe you'd like to give us a brief background and share more on this initiative.
Okay, thank you so much, Unique, for this opportunity. We are excited as a group of companies. And for your information, we are an entity that is comprised of Zimbabwe Electricity Transmission and Distribution Company. We also have Zimbabwe Power Company, we have PowerTel, we have ZESA Enterprises. So I'm standing in the gap to speak on behalf of everyone concerned within the group of companies as we celebrate what we have done together to really come out in the open and implement programs that are appropriate, that are relevant, that are compliant with the statutes of Zimbabwe towards social protection activities, towards boosting employee morale, towards making sure that our employees are productive. And yes, we are talking about corporate social responsibility.
Yeah.
And in terms of birthing, we birthed the policy on the 5th of January 2022. And obviously you may want to know why. Why now? What is the purpose? What are the objectives? So in terms of the objectives or in terms of the purpose, we want to ensure that the ZESA board and its management direct resources to for appropriate use, and we also want to ensure that as a good corporate citizen, we are responsive to the social, to the economic, to the political, to the technological and cultural environment that we play in. And also you want to know that we have started implementing programs and initiatives that complement who we are as a brand. We are a strong brand, so we are working towards brand strengthening, brand preservation. And yes, we are also cognitive of the fact that as a juristic person, we have our government, and our government's thrust is towards National Development Strategy 1, where you find that there are priority areas, there are strategies and outcomes. And in those, we are an entity that is purposed towards infrastructural development. And in there, you may want to ask, where is corporate social responsibility? We are there to make sure that our amenities are safe for our stakeholders, for our customers, for our employees. And we also know that in terms of the National Development Strategy 1, there are social development priority areas and issues of social protection. So we have the vulnerable in society, people who may have been maimed or hurt by our product. So with corporate social responsibility, we are also saying we want the nation, we want the citizens, we want the consumer to be aware of our product and its effects or implications on them, and we want to be there to make sure that we responsibly react or respond to issues that arise. And we are also cognizant that we have the indigent of society. So you'll find that in terms of the corporate social responsibility, we are saying we have got programs that we are starting, that we are continuing, and in there you'd find that we have 6 priority areas.
Maybe, Ms. Chibaya, before we get into the 6 priority areas, we recently had this policy come up.
Yes.
How much do people know about this? Are people aware of this policy and the sort of impact it could have, the positive impact it could have on their lives?
Yes, thank you, Unique. This is the opportunity, and already we had started.
Right.
Remember I said this new formal baby was born on the 5th of January 2022. And in terms of structures, we have the board of directors who made the resolution that we must go this way. And we also have the management, which is ably led by none other than Dr. George Manyaya, who is our group stakeholder relations, communications and welfare general manager, and is assisted by a team, an energetic team, which has the executives and officers. And we have made sure that our regions or our areas of presence are represented. We have the northern, the southern, the eastern, the western, and the Harare areas being, having people who are really targeting the population that we serve and the communities that we serve. So in terms of knowledge, in terms of awareness, we have already started to roll out. And in fact, we want to make sure that our employees are knowledgeable about this brilliant program that we have, the brilliant policy. So our officers have begun to go out there and educate the employees. And also in terms of the activities that we have started, you would find that we have already registered success areas. So in terms of responding to the critical areas that we come across, we can say that way we are also spreading the word, and we are making ourselves known that indeed ZESA group of companies cares, and we don't want anyone walking alone when we are there. So I wanted to highlight the key 6 areas that we play in, and by so doing also come to the point where you are saying, do people know? How do they know unless they are told? Or how do they know unless we do something about it? So on the 6 key areas, the first one is about our employees, employee relations. And on employee relations, we are talking not about just the present employees, but even our former employees. So about former employees, we are looking at our pensioners, the retired, their welfare. We are looking at the widows or widowers of our employees. We are also looking at the children whom they left. So we are saying, as ZESA, we don't want our former employees or their beneficiaries to then become vagabonds when we are there. So already, I'll give an example of our power generating entity, which is ZPC. They have already begun to call in our widows, and they are playing a part in contributing to ZESA and also benefiting themselves. And by doing that, we believe that employee morale is boosted, employee productivity is boosted, and there's an assurance by employees or to employees to say that this employer is an employer of choice. So I spoke about the employee relations. We also have the environment, health and safety. There we want to make sure that product safety awareness is done. And already we have departments that look at risk and compliance, and we partner with them to spread the word and the knowledge about our product. And we also want to say, when we roll out our products, we cut down trees and we use poles. So we want to play in that place to replace the trees that we cut off. And we also have the pillar that looks at indigenization and empowerment.
Yeah.
I already spoke about the widows.
Yeah.
We seek to empower them. We also have the education, research and innovation arm. There we are saying we don't want to forget the youth, our young ones. So we want to partner, and we already started partnering with universities so that we can give awards, we can promote STEM subjects and also innovate, and we also have the charity part of our business in terms of corporate social responsibility. So we are saying those who've been affected by our products, we are there to work with the disabled. We are there to also partner like-minded organizations. So we have really registered success areas, and we want to continue amplifying that bit about us, that we are a brand of Recon. We are a brand that is conscious of the national ambitions by our honorable, by His Excellence, the President of Zimbabwe, whose thrust is also to make sure that we don't only, play in the part of infrastructure development, but also are conscious of other pillars, like I said, social protection. We are playing in that part as well.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Chibaya. You definitely are intentionally trying to make a difference, especially when it comes to, the people that have been directly impacted by ZESA Holdings. Going forward, lastly, what can we expect from your internal and external stakeholders?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. With corporate social responsibility, it is a management concept that helps us to be accountable. Accountable to ourselves as an authority, accountable to our consumers, accountable to the stakeholders. So going forward, we want to talk sustainability. Sustainability, to make sure that even there is intergenerational equity as to what we are about as ZESA group of companies. By intergenerational equity, I'm talking about us continuing to be conscious and recognizant of the social pillars of the environment, to be also conscious of the economic aspects, to be also conscious of, the need to make sure that the environment is protected. So that is corporate social responsibility, and sustainability is the way to go. So we'll continue to listen, we'll continue to research, we'll continue to respond. So there are a lot of exciting programs that we have, and for our staff, we are preparing for the Munyati Festival, where, we have time to play and to bond and to build awareness about the importance of health and wellness. So yes, in the communities, we are wanting to make sure that on international conferences towards the green economy, we continue to play a part in there, and also we want to make sure that we continue to engage, to speak, to respond, and also continue towards the mark of excellence, because we are a brand that is there to stay, to continue, and we want to preserve that brand together. So it's not only about generating electricity, transmitting it, and distributing it, but it is also about rethinking, and also being there to think corporate social responsibility. In terms of the achievements that we've had so far, and towards raising awareness about the good works of compassion that ZESA Holdings is doing, we've managed to register some success stories by way of medical assistance to our employees with non-communicable diseases who would have exhausted their medical aid facility provisions. So we've been assisting, conditions like cancer and the like, to mention but a few. We've also been responsive towards, those disasters that befall our employees. We have also helped accidents victims, and we are interacting with each other in terms of wellness programs. So yes, we are here to do more, and we welcome contributions, ideas so that we excel and amplify the fact that we are a good corporate citizen and a brand to preserve, a brand to strengthen. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was Ms. Chibaya, who's the acting corporate services head. And of course, we were talking about the welfare, the introduced welfare and corporate social responsibility programs, whereby we're not only talking about transmitting or generating electricity, but making a difference in people's lives that are, directly impacted by ZESA holdings. We'll see you next time.